Republican presidential hopeful Newt Gingrich has a message for the Occupy protesters. He says instead of calling themselves Occupy Wall Street or OWS, the demonstrators should refer to themselves as OWE because they claim they're owed so much.
They take over a public park they didn't pay for, to go nearby to use bathrooms they didn't pay for. Now, that is a pretty good symptom of how much the left has collapsed as a moral system in this country and why you need to reassert something as simple as saying to them, go get a job right after you take a bath.
Tough love or out of touch with the 99%? Will any politician be able to make a difference with Occupy protesters?
It's not just Occupy protesters. I mean, on the other side, you have the Tea Party, but rarely have we seen sort of America on all sides feeling completely disconnected from the powers, whether Washington, in the state, or local. And that was an issue that Mayor Willy Brown brought up when he went and visited Occupy San Francisco Friday. It was really quite a sight. The mayor talking about the disconnect between politicians and the Occupy movement. Roll it.
I don't think any of the politicians understand what this Occupy movement is about. No city, no county, no state, and nor the federals. And believe me, somehow that has to be interpreted and translated into ultimate public policy.
Because I was looking at the polls, and you know that Congress's approval rating is down to something like 9%. Paris Hilton has better approval ratings than Congress. And this,
and justifiably so. She's far more interested.
And they're going into this super committee, which is supposed to come up with a spending and tax plan. They're going nowhere. They're probably going to kick the can down the road. California's coming up short as far as any sort of program to keep things going. I mean, as much as people might not like the view from here, it is nonetheless, there is a feeling there of expressing this frustration.
Well, Phil, what you have is a collection of people throughout this country who have lost their jobs. In some cases, they've lost their homes. In other cases, they no longer have health care, and they really are, in fact, desperate. And that their cry is not being heard. There's no politician that's symbolic of responding to their needs. And it's because politicians don't know how to respond to
or
their
do they
needs.
not want to when they see camps like this and they see the demonstrations and somebody taking a pee in the Bank of America or Wall Street?
I think politicians all over the country would love nothing better than to step up and be the hero that relieves this system of all of what we see here, all of what we see in Oakland, all of what we see in all the other places where occupies occurred. Just think, if somebody could capture that flavor, as some of the Republicans on the right-wing side captured the flavor of the Tea Party movement, they would ultimately ascend to greater heights.
Why the reluctance?
Well, I just don't think there's an answer. They don't have an answer. And believe me, politicians in this country do not have an answer.